All right, everybody, happy Friday. Welcome to the Morning Routine Eps Friday. We've got a great week of talking American Graffiti, everything going on with it. Parade is tonight, and over the weekend we've got a car show and all that kind of fun stuff. But I have a very special guest, of course. American Graffiti is based on a movie that is a movie from George Lucas, who we all know went on to direct some very great, come up with some very great movies, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. And I thought it'd be really cool. We all know the story about George Lucas and Modesto, blah, blah, blah. But what I thought would be really cool is if we could interview someone that actually worked with George Lucas. Yeah. So let's bring in our very special guest right here. You know him. You might love him. NOTP for you. Have a seat, buddy.
What's up? How you doing?
Can
nobody eat chips?
Yeah, typically we don't eat chips when we do the interviews, but it must be kind of difficult to eat through the thing you got going there.
You have no idea how much stuff I get stuck in here.
I can imagine. So, American Graffiti.
How's my hair?
It's good, actually. It looks
Does it look good?
I think so.
Makeup was having trouble with me.
No, I think the makeup looks pretty good actually. Very good on the white. The white is very even. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, yes. So we're talking American Graffiti. We're talking George Lucas.
Who?
George Lucas.
Who?
The guy that created Star Wars. Yeah. Yeah.
Bearded dude.
Bearded. Is that what he was known as on the set? Was Bearded Dude? Is that?
Well, there's this guy running around yelling at me all the time with a beard, so I figured that must be the guy in charge.
Oh, which one were you on? Because there was a few guys in the first one that George Lucas directed, A New Hope. There was a couple of bearded guys running. A very skinny, narrow guy that was an older gentleman. His stage name was Ben or Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, that dude owes me $10 still. What the heck? Where are you, Obi-Wan? You're my only hope for me to get home.
Yeah. Good luck on the $10, but we're not here to talk about Obi-Wan. The other skinny guy with a beard and some really curly hair at the time. Remember, this was a long time ago, but not in a galaxy far, far away.
On Tatooine.
No, it was on here. When you were filming here. Maybe. Oh, Tatooine the set. Yes, you were on Tatooine the set.
What set? What are you talking about, dude?
Making the movie Star Wars.
It's not a set, dude. Only part of it was shot here on Earth. These fools don't know anything.
So you're telling me that George Lucas took you guys off planet to film this movie?
You mean Bearded Dude?
Yeah, he had a beard and kind of afro-y hair.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Took us to Tatooine, is so what he said.
Got it. Okay, Tatooine. So you're in Tatooine, you're filming. What was it like working with the great bearded man, George Lucas?
It was hot. It was so hot. Wow. And sand got in my ventilator shaft and some other places, but we won't talk about that.
So I get, being on the set, or the planet, working with George Lucas, the bearded man. It was hot in the space, but how was the bearded man? Was he nice? Was he friendly? Was he helpful?
Well, he was friendly to everybody but me. He was always yelling at me because I could not do anything right, which is about normal in my book. But he was super nice. He was super focused. That guy was always like, do that. NOTP for you, you need to do that.
Ooh. What kind of things did he ask you to do?
Get his coffee, his sandwich, his lunch.
What about on camera? Like we're on camera now. What kind of things did he ask you to do then? Like point the blaster or run or something, exciting?
No. I was part of catering.
Catering? The food?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when they were eating during the movie?
No, it was behind the scenes. He told me to get his coffee, get sandwiches, chips, suntan lotion because it was super hot.
So you were the bearded man's assistant?
No, he had other assistants. I think the term he used was lackey.
Lackey. So, did you hold a blaster in front of the camera? Did you try to shoot anything?
No, I did hold a giant palm leaf.
A palm leaf?
Yeah.
There's palm leaves on Tatooine?
Well, he had one and he told me to keep doing this while he filmed.
Wow. Interesting. So you weren't in the movie? You have a role? Do you have a credit? Like you're in the credits.
I got a part. It wasn't on the Tatooine part. It was on this like giant moon that I was on. I was the guy that ran through this doorway and I didn't duck when I was supposed to, and I went thunk, and that was my only shot in the whole movie.
And that was okay. So that was in the New Hope movie.
A New Hope.
Yeah, that's what the movie was called.
No, it was part 4.
Part 4 of which one?
It was
There's New
Part
Hope,
4.
Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Nerds. I mean, Return of the
there's
Jedi.
part 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I don't know any other names.
Is that the prequels?
What's a prequel?
So let's go back to the working with George Lucas.
Oh, okay.
How did you get started with George Lucas? How did he discover you?
So bearded dude, George Lucas, I guess his name was.
Yeah.
He was driving down in like a place called Burbank or something like that.
Burbank, California.
Okay. Yeah, I guess they shoot things called movies there.
Yeah.
Which I don't know about movies or anything. And I have a sign there saying, "Hey, I hate sand." He says, "You hate sand?" I don't know why I had that sign. I don't know. But it was just.
Yeah, I don't think there's
it just seemed logical at the time.
Sure.
He says, "You hate sand? I know the perfect place for you." And then he took me to a place full of sand. What the heck? That guy's kind of like a little mean, I think. Don't you think?
I mean, he gave the world, honestly, some of the greatest characters in the greatest movies of all time.
Star Trek's way better, guys.
Whoa.
Just so you know.
How do you know of Star Trek?
Because it's real, man.
I'm very confused.
Me too.
Do you know Bill Shatner?
Who?
William Shatner. Bill Shatner. Do you know him?
No.
NOTB for you. I'm very, very confused. But I think my last question is, and everyone wants to know this as well, how well do you really know Darth Vader?
A little up close and personal.
You know, the water is your throat?
Yeah, I have some PTSD about that.
PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome regarding,
Choking,
yelling,
lightsabers, stuff being thrown at me.
Well, wait a minute. Did the bearded man George Lucas throw stuff at you, or was this Darth Vader? Because this doesn't seem like Darth Vader behavior.
Vader did that, but bearded dude threw stuff at me too, like the cold coffee when I didn't get it there in time because I got sidetracked.
Okay.
So there were these big furry animals there that I was like trying to ride them and not.
You were trying to ride the big furry animals?
Yeah,
the camel or
they're called banthas.
Oh yeah. I thought there was like people inside those.
Yeah, when they got eaten.
Well, banthas don't really eat people. It's like a big cow on a.
That's what you think.
Jeez. Okay. So we're getting kind of off track.
This guy knows nothing about banthas.
We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go through a few things with NOTP for you here. Check out our good friends. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. It is Friday. I hope you guys have all accomplished a lot this week. Had a great week. Getting ready for this wonderful weekend. But before we go and enjoy our weekend, we have to first go back to the bearded past. with Zach. Today in history, woohoo! Free for all Friday, yeah! No, today in history, 15-year-old Joe Nuxhall, becomes the youngest player. He pitched for the Cincinnati Reds. The youngest player ever in a major league game. Now he went on to pitch quite a long time with the Cincinnati Reds, and then right after he went into the radio booth actually, and was a radio. But 15 years old, I couldn't imagine. I was a sophomore in high school. That's pretty insane. Also, too, 1863, the Equal Pay Act of 1963. So the whole thing it was aimed at abolishing disparity based on sex wages. It was signed by John F. Kennedy as part of the New Frontier program. We hear a lot of stuff in the news, and it really hasn't changed much, right? I mean, we do know that unfortunately sometimes these acts that we read about aren't always, like, woohoo, they changed everything right away. So it's something that's still being fought for, I believe, and, more power to everybody who's involved. And also, too, I do have to say, I found this a little interesting. 1935, a man by the name of Dr. Smith, he took his last drink of alcohol, and on this day founded Alcoholics Anonymous, which is out of Akron, Ohio. I had no idea, actually, so I thought that was kind of interesting there. For those of you guys who don't know, that's for folks who decide they want to quit drinking and want to, and all those meetings and things you hear about, that's basically what he started there. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Bye now.
The night is young, and I'm not hitting the rack until I get a little action.
Alright, and we're back with NOTP for you. I think it's okay. I take
Alligators?
No, not alligators. But let's talk about kind of alligators and the bearded guy, George Lucas. Did you know today, June 10th, is Graffiti Day, the parade's tonight, but in the movie theaters, it should be Jurassic Park Day because the new Jurassic World movie comes out. Are you excited about that? I mean, George Lucas had a hand in having that movie made.
What is Jurassic what?
Jurassic Park. How? You don't know? You haven't heard of Jurassic Park?
No, you had me at parade. I've been in a few parades.
Really?
Yes.
Do tell.
Well, being that I am a loyal member of the Empire, we had many victory parades.
Oh.
Squash that filthy rebellion.
Got it.
Those traitors' dogs.
This isn't that kind of parade. This is more like a fun parade. Look at my cars, celebrate cars, and the movie.
What's a car?
It's a vehicle, how we get around. It's got wheels.
Oh, like a speeder.
Some of them speed, yeah. Let's go back to the Jurassic Park thing and the George Lucas, the bearded guy. Yeah, he had a hand in making Jurassic Park, the first movie. Steven Spielberg, who directed most of the movie.
Steven Spielberg, tiny guy, glasses, very smart.
Yes.
I know him.
How did you know him?
He wanted a pita sandwich.
A peanut sandwich?
Pita. Jeez, clean out the sand out of your ears, dude.
Pita bread, sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Pita bread sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that?
On Tatooine.
How was Steven Spielberg on Tatooine?
He was good friends with the bearded dude.
Well, yes. They're friends, and we're getting back to Star Wars. We need to stay on Jurassic Park here, but so Jurassic Park, another movie that Steven Spielberg was directing this time, he needed to get pulled off at the end of regular production. Post-production of Jurassic Park was pretty much managed by George Lucas, the bearded guy. That's pretty cool.
Well, that guy's super focused, so I can see why that's super good, because he is super focused. He gets the job done.
Yeah, and another series of movies that is done great, and although George Lucas hasn't had a hand in all of them, that was pretty cool because that was an innovative movie with the dinosaurs coming out and the way they looked and stuff. It was super real. Did you see Jurassic Park?
No.
No? That's sad. That's sad. It's a great movie.
I'm crying under here if you can't tell.
Oh, maybe just a little bit. Just little seeping out the little vent on your side. Something coming out of there. Actually, it's a little yellow.
Okay.
It might not be tears.
Could be drool. It's really hard to talk in these things, you know?
Yeah.
And, well, like I said, my ventilator's clogged with sand because of Tatooine.
Yes, Tatooine. All right, well, it has been amazing to chat with you about the bearded man, George Lucas.
I know, I'm an amazing person.
Yes, I would agree.
This interview would be so much better if you weren't here.
Well, that's kind of personal, don't you think?
I'm really not trained to think.
Okay.
Just do.
Just do. So how about you just do sit there and I'll finish up the show. And
who are you to give me orders? You're not the bearded dude.
I'm just asking you to sit over there while I talk to these nice folks over here.
Well, fine. I'm going to try to eat my chips.
Good luck with that. All right, guys. It is Friday. Have a great rest of your day. We got Insta Live Insta Trivia coming up at 1 o'clock where he will not be there. He'll still be trying to figure out how to eat his chips. Have a great weekend, everybody, for the morning routine. Take care.